Sure, yeah. Appreciate you having me on today. It's exciting first week of the season. Looking forward to getting our guys out on the field on Saturday and getting this season going. I know our guys have worked extremely hard in the fall camp, and seems like, I've been talking about this day since January, so we're finally ready to get it going, and looking forward to getting going.
Thank you so much. As a reminder in our media, star one to get in the queue to ask questions. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth with the Sunbelt Digital Network. Whitney, please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Hey, great. How are you?
I'm good. Like you said, you've been waiting for this day and this week to get here. As you've transitioned from fall camp into game week mode, how have you seen your team transition in that time, and what impressed you in the past month as you were going through fall camp?
Well, I think, the thing I've been most impressed with really since I've been here is our guys, they're excited to practice every day, which, I think that's the sign of a team that has some maturity, and that's exciting. We, obviously being new and a new staff and getting everything going, with some transition, you don't know. Those are some things that you wonder about, but our spring practices went well and carried on into fall camp. And, I think our team has handled the transition well. And obviously it's a new season with new leaders in 2019. Guys are in different roles, but I'm looking forward to seeing them get out on the field and looking forward to watching this team play.
Obviously, one leader is Caleb Barker at quarterback, and I know you're excited to have him back in that position and fully rehabbed. What have you seen from him, and how has he kind of, been a leader so far in the off season?
Yeah, I think he has kind of accepted the challenge of being the leader of our offense. Obviously, his season ended premature last year with the injury, and to be honest with you, he didn't have a lot of experience. He's played like 5 or 6 games all in his career, so I think he's excited. Obviously, anytime you miss time because you're injured, I think you come back with a new sense of urgency or motivation, and I think he's done that. He's worked extremely hard to get himself in this position, and really has accepted the role of being the leader of our offense, which in any good football team, your quarterback, I think, has to be that. And I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to grow in that role.
You mentioned some other guys that have stepped up. Who are those guys, and how have they stepped up?
Yeah, B.J. Smith, I think, is a guy that comes to mind. He's a guy that's been here and played at a high level for us, and we're excited to have him back at running back. And I think up front you're talking about a senior like J.L. Gaston, who's it seems like he's been here forever, and he's coming back for his last year. Really excited about those 3 guys, including Caleb, on the offense. Defensively, I think when you look at our defense, I think you got some guys up front, that Jarvis Hayes being one of our bandits, who's a senior now, who's I think taking a more vocal leadership role on our team. You also got other guys like Melvin Tyus, who's a senior from right down the road in Montgomery, that I think has also accepted that role. So we got some guys that have really, I believe, have developed, throughout spring and the fall camp. And because you know how it is, throughout the season you're going to have ups and downs, and that leadership is really important.
And lastly, for you, obviously this will be your first game as a head coach of a college team. Just take a moment. Maybe it hadn't hit you yet, and maybe it won't be until Saturday or Sunday that it does. But, how do you kind of walk yourself through that moment of just, going out on that field for the first time in that role?
Yeah, it's exciting for sure. I mean, the opportunity to be the head coach at a place like Troy, and where I got my first start in college football, and we have such a great atmosphere and fan base here, and then the opportunity to coach some really nice, great kids who I think are the kind of guys that represent us in the right way. It's all something that, like you said, I think it'll come Saturday. It'll kind of hit me, but I'm looking forward to it right now. Just working extremely hard, trying to get ourselves ready, make sure we got a great plan in all 3 phases.